My beloved child, stop everything you are doing right now. Do not let your thumb swipe past this message. Do not let your eyes wander to the distractions around you, and do not let your mind dismiss this as just another coincidence. I, the Lord your God, am speaking directly to your spirit in this exact moment. I am not whispering in the shadows, waiting for you to accidentally notice me. I am standing before you, interrupting your day with the weight of eternity, commanding your full and undivided attention. This is not a message you can save for later. For later may not come. This is not a casual word of encouragement that you can scroll past and forget. This is a divine appointment, orchestrated by my own hand, designed specifically for you in this very hour. If you turn away now, you will walk away from the greatest restoration I have ever prepared for your life. You have been crying out in the dark, weeping over the things that were unjustly taken from you. You have mourned the years that felt wasted, the opportunities that slipped through your fingers, the finances that were drained, the peace that was shattered, and the relationships that were broken. You have looked at your empty hands and asked me in the silence of your room, Lord, why have you allowed the enemy to steal so much from me? But I tell you this today, the season of the thief has come to a definitive end. You did not stumble upon this message by accident. I drew you here. I aligned your steps, your timing, and your very heartbeat with this exact second so that my words would pierce through your pain and your doubt. Out of the billions of souls on this earth, my eyes are fixed entirely on you right now. I am issuing a prophetic command over your life, a decree from the throne of heaven. What was stolen from you is returning. Do not test me in this by treating these words lightly. Open your heart, silence the noise of the world, and listen to me fully. The enemy is fighting hard right now. He wants you to swipe away, to harden your heart, and to walk back into your despair, because he is terrified of what you are about to hear. But if you stay, if you listen with a surrendered spirit, you are about to witness the miraculous restitution of everything you thought was lost forever. Stay with me. Breathe in my presence. Your restoration begins right now. My child, listen to me closely, for the enemy has tried to convince you that your best days are permanently behind you. He has whispered lies into your mind in the dead of night, telling you that the precious time you lost can never be recovered, that the golden opportunities are gone forever, and that the relationships that shattered have left you irreparably broken. I know the tears you have cried in secret when you looked at your life and felt like you were constantly falling behind. I saw you when you anxiously calculated your finances, feeling the crushing weight of debt and lack, wondering how you would ever recover from the unexpected blows. I felt the deep aching in your chest when those you trusted walked away, taking pieces of your heart and your peace with them. You have felt completely robbed of your joy, your youth, your energy, and your sense of security. But hear my voice today. I am not a God who only observes your suffering. I am a God who actively restores. The thief comes only to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But I have come that you may have life in overflowing abundance. Do not believe the lie that your pain was a punishment or a sign of my absence. The enemy attacked you so fiercely because he saw the sheer magnitude of the calling on your life. He stole from you because he was terrified of the blessing I had placed upon your future. But he made a fatal mistake. He thought the relentless losses would break your faith, but instead they drove you deeper into my arms. He thought the fire would consume you, but I was in the fire with you, refining you, strengthening you, and preparing you for this very moment of divine restitution. What was stolen is not just coming back, it is returning to you with divine interest. I am declaring a supernatural multiplication over everything the enemy took from your hands. Where you experienced years of delay, I am bringing sudden acceleration. Where you suffered financial drain, I am opening the windows of heaven to pour out vast provision. Where your heart was broken, I am bringing divine alignments that will heal your weary soul. Type Jesus. I claim my restoration right now if you believe my words today. Stay here with me, do not scroll away, for the revelation I am about to unfold will shift the trajectory of your entire life. My beloved, do not allow distraction to pull you away from this sacred encounter. The enemy knows that if you hear the rest of this message, the chains of despair holding you captive will be shattered forever. He is trying to make your mind wander, trying to remind you of the chores you need to do, the bills you need to pay, and the problems you need to solve. But I command you to silence those thoughts right now. Anchor your spirit to my voice, for we are standing on holy ground. You have asked me repeatedly, Lord, if you saw the enemy stealing from me, why did you remain silent? Why did you let it happen? My child, my silence was never my absence. When the heavens seemed quiet, I was fiercely fighting battles for you in the unseen realm. Battles you did not even know existed. I allowed certain things to be removed from your hands because they were secretly toxic to your destiny. Some of the people who walked away, taking your peace with them, were actually standing in the way of the divine connections I had prepared for you. Some of the doors that violently slammed shut in your face, costing you time and resources, were actually protecting you from rooms you were never meant to enter. The emptiness you feel right now is not a void of destruction. It is a cleared foundation for the massive blessing I am about to build. You cannot put new wine into old wineskins. I had to let the old be stripped away so that your hands would be empty and ready to catch the unprecedented overflow that is coming. The waiting season was not meant to punish you. It was a refining fire designed to forge within you an unshakable faith. You thought you were losing everything, but I was actually pruning you so you could bear fruit that will last for generations. What felt like a devastating setback was heaven's ultimate setup. Hold your ground, my child. The compensation for your tears is actively being dispatched from my throne. Listen carefully to what I say next, because your obedience in this moment is the key to unlocking the vault. My precious child, do you realize how deeply you are loved and fiercely protected? The enemy targeted you not because you were weak, but because of the massive anointing and purpose you carry. He saw the brilliant light of my spirit inside of you long before you ever recognized it yourself. He whispered venomous lies into your mind, trying to convince you that you were entirely at fault for the painful losses you endured. He told you that your mistakes disqualified you from my grace, that your past failures gave him the legal right to steal your future, and that your current struggles were a permanent life sentence. But I say to you now, the blood of my Son has completely cancelled every claim the enemy ever tried to make against your life. The thief is a liar, and his time is officially up. I am right now dispatching my heavenly hosts, my warring angels, to go directly into the enemy's camp and violently retrieve everything that rightfully belongs to you. Do you hear the sound of the heavy chains breaking in the spiritual realm? Do you feel the powerful shift in the atmosphere around you? The restitution I am bringing is not a gentle, slow trickle. It is going to be a mighty, unstoppable flood. I am reaching back into your past, into the years where you felt the locusts had completely eaten your harvest, and I am rewriting your story. The finances that were unjustly held back from you are being released from heavenly vaults. The physical and emotional health that deteriorated under the heavy, suffocating weight of stress and anxiety is being completely renewed. The profound joy that was violently stripped away from your daily life is returning, accompanied by a peace that shatters all human understanding. Do not look at your current physical circumstances and conclude that this is the end. What your natural eyes see right now is only a temporary illusion, a smokescreen crafted by the enemy to keep you trapped in a cycle of fear and hesitation. But I am commanding you to look through the eyes of faith. If you turn away from this message now, you risk falling right back into the suffocating trap of doubt. But if you stand firm, if you let these prophetic words anchor your weary soul, you will witness a turnaround so spectacular that it will leave those who doubted you completely paralyzed in awe. You will look back at this devastating season of suffering and realize it was the exact birthplace of your greatest testimony. Type Amen if you receive this divine protection and restoration today. Stay with me, my beloved, because what I am about to reveal next will shatter the final stronghold of fear in your mind. My beloved child, the enemy has kept you trapped in a suffocating cycle of anxiety by making you stare continuously at the wreckage of your past. He wants you to endlessly recount what you lost, to measure your eternal worth by the temporary failures you survived, and to paralyze your future steps with the overwhelming fear of tomorrow. He whispers in your moments of deepest vulnerability, what if God does not come through? What if this is just another painful disappointment? What if you are hoping for a miracle that will never arrive? But I command those venomous voices of fear to be permanently silenced right now. Fear is nothing but a fragile shadow that instantly shatters the moment my glorious light enters the room. You are not a helpless victim of your circumstances. You are the victorious chosen child of the Most High God. Right now, I am actively healing the deep, unseen trauma that those devastating losses left embedded in your soul. I see how you flinch when good things start to happen, constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, terrified that the blessing will be brutally snatched away from you yet again. That is the lingering trauma of the thief, the invisible scars of a season meant to break you. But I am completely uprooting it from your spirit today. I am washing away the crippling anxiety that chokes your breathing in the middle of the night. You will no longer fall asleep in sorrow, and you will no longer wake up in dread. The magnificent restoration I am bringing is not just material or financial. It is a profound, miraculous healing of your mind, your heart, and your shattered emotions. To fully receive what is coming, you must stretch out your hands and finally let go of the ashes you have been so tightly clutching. You cannot receive the glorious double portion I am pouring out if your hands are still holding on to the bitter resentment of yesterday. I am asking you to do something incredibly courageous. Forgive those who wronged you. Forgive those who deceitfully took from you. Release them from your personal judgment and hand them over entirely to my righteous justice. When you let go of the offense, you completely disarm the enemy and instantly open the heavenly floodgates of my unstoppable blessing. Look up, my precious child. The heavy dark clouds are breaking. The long, exhausting, and barren winter of your soul is finally over. My heavenly angels of restoration are stepping into your home, your family, and your situation right now. Type, I release my past and fully receive my restoration, if you are truly ready to let go. Stay with me. Keep your heart anchored exactly here, for I am about to reveal exactly how this spectacular turnaround will physically manifest in your daily life. My child, look closely at your reflection for a moment. Do not look away in shame, frustration, or absolute exhaustion. I see the heavy, dark weariness that has settled deep into your eyes. I see the subtle lines of worry etched onto your brow, and I know exactly how many agonizing nights you have laid awake, staring blankly at the ceiling, while a crushing weight pressed down upon your chest, making it hard to breathe. The enemy did not just steal your external blessings, your finances, or your relationships. He deliberately targeted your physical body, your vibrant health, and your peaceful sleep. He wanted to prematurely age you with relentless stress, to completely drain your youth with suffocating anxiety, and to make your physical body feel like a heavy prison of perpetual fatigue. You have felt your strength slipping away, your breath becoming shallow, and your heart racing from the sheer panic of an uncertain future. You have wondered in the quietest moments of despair if you would ever feel truly alive, energetic, and joyful again, or if you were destined to merely survive in a state of brokenness. But hear my decree over you today. I am the Lord who heals you, and I am actively reversing the decay the thief has inflicted upon your body and your mind. I am breathing my resurrection life directly into your bones, your nervous system, and your bloodline right now. Feel the heavy, suffocating atmosphere of stress lifting off your weary shoulders this very second. The youthfulness, the vigor, and the radiant health that the enemy tried to violently strip away from you are being miraculously restored with divine interest. I am giving you back your nights. You will lie down in total safety, and your sleep will be sweet, deep, and completely undisturbed by the terrors of anxiety or nightmares. Where the enemy brought chronic sickness, pain, and mental torment to paralyze your destiny, I am releasing an unstoppable fountain of supernatural vitality. Your body is not breaking down. It is being completely renewed like the eagles. Every cell, every organ, and every thought captive to fear is being washed clean by my grace. The years that heavy stress has stolen from your appearance and your longevity are being handed back to you. You will look into the mirror and no longer see a weary, broken warrior covered in the dust of defeat. You will see a radiant child of God, completely transformed by my healing power. Type, "Jesus heals my soul," right now to lock this blessing into your physical reality. Do not move from this place, my beloved, for the floodgates of your total restoration are swinging open wider than ever before. My beloved child, lean even closer now, for I am about to dismantle the heaviest lie that has been paralyzing your soul for far too long. The enemy has been whispering into your ear that you have completely run out of time. He points at the calendar, he points at your age, and he points at the years you spent trapped in abusive situations, toxic environments, or seasons of deep, dark depression. He sneers at you in the quiet moments of your day, saying, "Look at how much of your precious life has been entirely wasted. You can never get those golden years back. It is simply too late for you to build anything meaningful." He wants you to believe that your clock has run out, that your destiny has permanently expired, and that you missed the window for my greatest blessings. You look around at peers who seem miles ahead of you, and a quiet, suffocating panic grips your heart, making you feel like you are forever trapped in a race you have already lost. But hear my sovereign decree over your life today. I am not bound by human timelines, nor am I limited by the ticking of a worldly clock. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the creator of time itself. I do not merely manage time, I redeem it, I bend it, and I accelerate it according to my divine will. I am telling you today that no year spent under the shadow of trial was ever truly lost or wasted in my heavenly economy. Every single agonizing moment you endured was a hidden classroom where I was forging an unbreakable spiritual authority within your spirit. The years you spent weeping, the years you spent isolated, the years you spent just trying to survive, I am compounding them right now into a supernatural harvest. I am fulfilling my ancient promise to you this very hour. I will completely restore to you the years that the swarming locusts have eaten from your life. What took others decades of striving and exhausting labor to achieve, I am going to manifest in your life in a matter of months or even days. My divine acceleration is overtaking your story right now. You are not late. You are exactly on time for the most powerful, radiant chapter of your existence. Do not look back at the past with bitter regret, for I am wiping away every stain of shame. The doors of opportunity that you think have been permanently dead and locked are being violently swung open by my hand this second, and no man, no demon, and no earthly system can ever shut them. Type, Jesus, redeem my time right now, to align your spirit with this heavenly acceleration. Stay right here with me, my child. Do not let your attention waver. For the next truth I am about to unveil will completely break the financial chains that have held your family captive for generations. My beloved child, be still and listen very closely to the words I am about to release over your life in this exact moment. Right now, I am stepping directly into your circumstances to permanently break the heaviest, darkest chain that has bound your family and your lineage for generations. The suffocating stronghold of lack, poverty, and constant financial anxiety. I know the endless, grueling nights you have spent completely awake, trapped in the paralyzing fear of tomorrow. I have seen the crushing weight press down upon your chest, making your heart race and your hands tremble every time you look at those overdue bills, those mounting debts that seem to have no escape, and the terrifying emptiness of your bank account. I watched you carry a heavy, silent shame, forcing a fake smile to hide the absolute panic tearing you apart inside when you face your loved ones. You have asked me in the bitter silence of your despair, Lord, why do I struggle so much when others advance so effortlessly? Why must I labor until my body is completely worn out, only to fall short every single month? The enemy has continuously whispered venomous lies into your ear, trying to convince you that you are a failure, that your family is cursed to live in scarcity, and that you will never have enough. But I say to you today, those are abominable lies from the deepest pits of hell, and their power over you is officially broken this very second by the blood of my Son. I, the Lord your God, your ultimate provider, declare that the kingdom of lack in your life has come to an end. You were not created to be a slave to debt or to live in perpetual dread of your financial future. The thief sneaked in to violently strip away your resources, your hard-earned investments, and your financial peace through deceitful people and unjust situations. He thought that by choking your material supply, he could extinguish your faith and make you abandon the divine destiny I placed within your soul. But he made a fatal mistake. Though you were deeply wounded, you never let go of my hand. Now my divine justice is being executed on your behalf. I am right now commanding my warring angels to raid the enemy's camp and violently retrieve every blessing, every treasure, and every financial breakthrough that rightfully belongs to you. The restoration I am pouring into your life in this new season will not be a slow, hesitant trickle. It will be an unstoppable, supernatural flood that defies all human logic and worldly economic systems. I am opening the windows of heaven to rain down unexpected provision, divine ideas, and open doors of wealth. You will no longer live in the fear of survival. I am lifting you up to become a lender, a cheerful giver, and a massive channel of blessing to your family and millions around you. Type, God is my provider right now, to seal this heavenly decree into your physical reality. Stay anchored here with me. Do not let anything pull your focus away, for the next truth I unfold will shatter the final stronghold of isolation in your aching heart. My precious child, let my voice sink deep into the quietest, most guarded chambers of your aching heart right now. I am stepping directly into the profound isolation that has wrapped itself around your soul like a heavy, suffocating blanket. I know the stinging agony of the broken relationships you have endured, the bitter betrayals that tore your heart into a million jagged pieces, the friendships and that faded into cold silence when you needed them most, and the deep love you gave so freely, only to watch it be carelessly trampled underfoot. I saw you stand completely alone in the crowd, putting up a brave face while screaming silently inside for someone to truly understand you. I watched when the people you trusted completely turned their backs on you, leaving you to drown in the agonizing loneliness that followed harsh, wounding words. You have wept in secret, wondering, Lord, am I fundamentally unlovable? Why does everyone I care about eventually walk away and leave me behind? But hear my tender declaration to you this very hour. I did not allow those people to leave because you were unworthy of love. I permitted those painful doors to close because those individuals were never meant to carry you into the glorious future I have uniquely prepared for your destiny. I was shielding you from hidden traps and toxic alignments. Some connections had to be broken so that I could bring holy, divine relationships into your life. The enemy tried to use that rejection to convince you that you are permanently forsaken, but he is a defeated liar. My love for you is absolute, unchanging, and everlasting. I have engraved your precious name on the palms of my hands, and my companionship will never fail you. The season of suffocating isolation is over. I am right now restoring your emotional peace and bringing destiny helpers, true friends, and loyal hearts into your circle. You will no longer walk this grueling path alone. Where you experience the sharp sting of betrayal, I am multiplying genuine loyalty, deep comfort, and restorative love. Type, Jesus, heal my relationships right now to unlock this divine alignment. Keep your heart completely focused here with me, my child, for the next truth will reveal how I am turning your greatest battlefield into your most magnificent victory. My precious child, open your spirit even wider now, for I am reaching into the deepest, most guarded places of your soul to restore something the enemy worked tirelessly to destroy: your true voice, your confidence, and your spiritual authority. Look back at the person you used to be before the heavy, relentless trials broke your spirit. Do you remember the boldness you once carried? Do you remember the vivid dreams that used to burn fiercely within your chest, completely unbothered by the critical opinions of man? The enemy saw that brilliant divine spark inside you, and he was absolutely terrified of what would happen if you fully stepped into your power and calling. So he systematically used people, harsh criticism, and painful betrayal to dim your light. Han engineered situations to make you feel small, inadequate, and completely invisible to the world. Slowly over the years, you began to shrink yourself just to fit into rooms where you were never truly valued or respected. You allowed the judgmental words of broken people to become the definitive narrative of your identity. You stopped speaking up, you stopped dreaming, and you buried your unique gifts deep in the dirt, believing the toxic lie that your voice no longer mattered. You have lived in a state of quiet hesitation, constantly second-guessing your worth and feeling like an imposter in your own life. But I am declaring a divine resurrection over your confidence this very second. The days of you living in the suffocating shadows, apologizing for your existence, and walking in perpetual self-doubt are permanently over. I am placing my royal mantle of honor upon your weary shoulders, and I am breathing a fresh, unshakable boldness into your spirit. You will no longer speak in hesitant whispers. Your voice will carry the distinct resonance of heaven's authority. The unique talents, the creative ideas, and the profound wisdom that the enemy tried to permanently suffocate are being unlocked from the vaults of your soul right now. I am turning your past insecurities into your absolute greatest strengths. Those who once looked down on you, those who dismissed you as insignificant, will be utterly astonished when they witness the radiant, powerful person you are becoming under my grace. You are not a broken, defeated remnant. You are a mighty warrior of the King, fully equipped and authorized to take back your territory. Type Jesus, restore my voice right now to seal this sudden shift in your identity. Stay anchored right here with me, my child, for the next layer of your restoration will shatter the final barrier holding your life back. My beloved child, keep your spirit completely still and press your heart close to the words I'm about to speak to you right now. Do not let even a single passing thought distract you in this monumental moment. I'm standing directly before you to permanently break the silent, invisible chains and generational curses that have bound your lineage for far too many years. I know the heavy, unspoken pain you have been carrying on your weary shoulders. You have looked at the lives of your parents, your grandparents, and then looked back at your own life, only to realize with absolute horror that the same cruel cycles of brokenness, sickness, chronic poverty, and constant anxiety are repeating themselves from one generation to the next. You have wept bitterly in the darkness of your room, asking me to, Lord, why must my family endure so much relentless affliction? Am I predestined to carry the weight of this broken bloodline forever? The enemy has fiercely capitalized on the shadows of your past, continuously whispering that you will never escape your family's fate, and that the dark shadows of old mistakes will permanently bury your future. He wants you to believe that you were born to suffer, to merely repeat the tragedies of your ancestry, and to leave a legacy of brokenness for your own children. But I say to you today, every single dark power of generational curses is officially and completely destroyed right now at the foot of the cross. The precious blood of my Son has entirely washed away every legal claim of darkness, shattered every heavy yoke, and fully released you into a brand new destiny of divine freedom and glory. You are not a helpless victim of your past. You are the one I have uniquely chosen to put a definitive end to the dark days of your lineage and to open a glorious new era of blessing. The supernatural restoration I am pouring into your life carries an immense, far-reaching power that ripples beautifully into the generations to come. Your children and your children's children will never have to weep the same agonizing tears that you have cried. They will not have to struggle with suffocating lack, dark depression, or profound loneliness. I am transforming you right now into a holy conduit of the heavenly kingdom's eternal legacy. Where previous generations left behind failure and regret, you will leave an unshakable testimony of triumph. Where they left behind poverty and limitation, you will leave a vast, overflowing storehouse of divine wealth and favor. Type, I receive my divine legacy right now to declare that you are stepping out of the old shadows. Stay anchored here with me, my child, for the next truth will violently shake the remaining strongholds holding you back. My beloved child, stand completely still right now and brace your spirit for the mighty wind of supernatural acceleration that I am releasing over your life this very second. Do not let your gaze shift, and do not allow the heavy exhaustion of your past routine to tell you that tomorrow will be exactly the same as today. I am reaching directly into the thick, suffocating atmosphere of your current situation to permanently break the paralyzing spirit of stagnation, delay, and invisible barriers that the enemy has strategically placed across your path. I know the profound, burning frustration you have carried for weeks, months, and even years. I see you when you wake up every single morning, dragging your weary body into the same repetitive cycle, working with all your might, praying with every ounce of your soul, yet feeling as though an invisible wall is constantly blocking your forward progress. You have felt like your feet are heavy as lead, like you are wading through deep, thick mud, running as fast as you can but getting absolutely nowhere. The enemy has tried to trap you in a permanent holding pattern, an endless desert of monotony, to make you believe that your life will always be stuck in this agonizing loop of bare survival. You look at your dreams and feel they are moving further away, leaving you spiritually exhausted and quietly hopeless. But hear my sovereign command today. The invisible walls holding you back are collapsing into dust right now. I am shattering the heavy chains of delay and releasing a supernatural momentum that will violently propel you into your destined purpose. Where there was a total standstill, there will now be sudden, rapid expansion. The legal rights of the spirit of delay are completely revoked by the blood of my Son. I am turning your stagnant waters into a raging river of divine favor. You will no longer take one step forward, only to be pushed 2 steps back. The projects that were dead, the paperwork that was frozen, the breakthroughs that were jammed in the spiritual realm are being completely loosed this very hour. What used to take years of grueling struggle will now manifest with effortless speed under my grace. I am aligning your steps with sudden opportunities, unexpected open doors, and instant elevations that will leave your critics completely speechless. You are stepping out of the waiting room and marching onto your victory field. Type, Jesus, accelerate my life right now to unlock this divine momentum into your reality. Stay perfectly focused here with me, my child, for the next layer of your restoration will prepare you to receive the absolute fullness of the harvest I have stored for you. My precious child, look at how far we have walked together through these words. Do not let weariness, doubt, or the sudden overwhelming weight of anticipation cause you to stagger or hesitate now. You are standing directly on the holy threshold of your complete manifestation. The long, agonizing march through the barren wilderness is completely behind you, and the lush, green pastures of your promised land are resting right before your eyes. But I must warn you with the absolute seriousness of eternity. This is the exact moment where the enemy will mount his most desperate, frantic attack against your mind. He knows with absolute certainty that he has lost the battle over your life. He knows his legal rights have been entirely revoked, and he knows he has been commanded by the courts of heaven to return everything he brutally stole from you with sevenfold interest. Because he can no longer stop my hand from pouring out the blessing, his final pathetic strategy is to stop you from reaching out your hands to receive it. Han will whisper into the quietest corners of your mind, "It is too good to be true. You have hoped before and you were disappointed. Why would this time be any different? You are not holy enough or ready enough to carry such a massive breakthrough." Han wants you to look backward at the rubble of your past losses, hoping that if you stare at the old wounds long enough, you will become entirely blind to the golden doors swinging wide right in front of you. But I command you today, do not look back. Do not look back at the betrayals. Do not look back at the empty bank accounts. Do not look back at the years of sickness or the painful nights of isolation. Those things no longer define your reality. You are not who you used to be. The refining fire has done its holy work, and you are stepping over this threshold as a completely new creation, clothed in royal honor, divine confidence, and unshakable spiritual authority. Feel the dramatic shift in the spiritual atmosphere around you right now. The heavy, suffocating air of dread has totally vanished, replaced by the fresh, crisp wind of my spirit breathing new life into your soul. Your empty, aching hands are no longer symbols of lack. They are holy vessels prepared to catch an unprecedented, overflowing harvest of joy, peace, health, and vast financial abundance. The season of waiting is officially over, and the season of possession has begun. I am commanding your spirit to rise, to fortify your faith, and to take a bold, unhesitating step forward into the glorious destiny I have written into your story since before the foundation of the world. Type, I am ready to cross my threshold right now to seal your final steps into the manifest glory. Stay completely anchored here with me for just a few moments longer, my beloved, for the final piece of this prophetic blueprint is about to lock your total restoration into eternity. My beloved child, we have finally reached the closing moments of this holy and divine message. But I want your spirit to grasp this truth with absolute certainty. This is not an ending, but the magnificent beginning of the most glorious, radiant chapter of your entire existence. I, the Lord your God, the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, am standing directly before you in this very second to place my eternal, unbreakable seal upon every promise, every breakthrough, and every restoration I have declared over your life today. My word, once it goes forth from my mouth, shall never return to me void, but it will completely and perfectly accomplish the precise mission and destiny I have ordained for your soul. In this holy hour, I sovereignly decree that everything the thief brutally stole from you, your wealth, your vibrant health, your golden years of youth, your true voice, your confidence, and your shattered relationships, has been violently retrieved from the camp of darkness and is officially handed back into your possession with a sevenfold supernatural increase. From this day forward, you will never again walk in the posture of a defeated remnant, a helpless victim of your circumstances, or a lonely soul abandoned in a dry, barren wilderness. Lift your head high, my precious warrior, for the precious blood of my Son has entirely washed away every single stain of your past shame, clothing you in the royal mantle of righteousness, honor, and absolute heavenly authority. The enemy stands completely paralyzed and trembling in terror as he watches you remain anchored here to receive these final words, because he knows that every manipulative chain he ever wrapped around your spirit has been violently shattered into dust and ashes. As you boldly step over this holy threshold, you will witness every obstacle collapse before your feet, every painful valley of sorrow completely filled, and every area of your life that was once barren, flowing with raging rivers of supernatural grace, deep peace, and unprecedented prosperity. Your total restitution has been permanently guaranteed by the highest authority of the kingdom of heaven, and no dark force, no wicked human, and no worldly system can ever overturn or block this triumphant destiny that is manifesting in your story right now. I command your spirit today, my beloved child, to guard this blazing flame of faith with all your heart. Do not allow the subtle lies of the world or the heavy anxieties of daily life to extinguish the immense, supernatural tranquility that I have just poured into your soul. Remember that I am with you always, in every breath you take and every heartbeat that sustains you. I have never left your side, not even for a fraction of a second. If you truly feel my powerful presence breaking into your room, and if you believe in this holy covenant of complete restoration, type, Amen. I fully receive God's complete blessing right now to boldly declare your absolute victory before the entire spiritual realm. Do not keep this magnificent blessing to yourself. Share this message with the weary souls wandering in the dark, with your brothers and sisters weeping in deep despair, so that they too may be awakened and receive my ultimate calm. Your loyalty and reverence for my kingdom will continue to open even greater, unexplainable miracles over your home and your lineage. Now march forward in total freedom, unwavering confidence, and manifest glory. My peace remains with you, always and forever. Amen.